Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to JUC. So the stage is set in Lignano Sambidiaro, that is Italy, where some of the fastest women in the world are ready to battle over the 100 meters. Jamaicans have Briana Williams, who is looking to make a strong statement, but standing in her way is Americans' rising sprint sensation, Maya McCoy. With national pride, momentum, and bragging rights on the line, only one athlete will leave this track as a clear winner. The gun is about to fire, and what happens over the next 11 seconds will leave the sprint fan stands. So let's watch this race, guys. I'll be back with a deeper commentary and a deep dive into this race.
She'll be comfortable in this setting. I mean, we've seen her on Diamond League after Diamond League. Highest finish was second in Rabat. Qualified comfortably. Bianca Williams on the outside. Briana Williams, apologies, on the outside of her. And Rivale Mabisha. 11.77 to qualify for this. 11.48 season's best. Mabisha. On your mark. Williams looking to make amends for the Jamaican National Championship. She was disqualified there in the final. 10.94 performer. Crystal slowly, only making the semis. Both of them sub 11 second runners. Is that meet record of Elaine Thompson under threat? 11.03. Keep an eye on the clock. Linda, Darius, slowly McCoy, Williams, and Mabisha. Set. So this one's going to come down to who has the best start and who can hold it together through this mid-phase. Look out for McCoy. She's done it on the global stage time and time again in the Diamond Leagues. Can she fight off the Jamaicans? Yes, she can. 11.17. Unofficially, not quite as quick as her heat. It was a quick turnaround for them. She ran 11.11 in the heat, looking very, very smooth. However, the win is the most important thing for her. And she backs up what has been an extremely busy summer. She took her chance in the Diamond League. We know the story. She raced in the B heat, performed very, very well. Late entry into the A heat, and then from there, she's had a lane at pretty much every Diamond League since, as she continues to tear up these World Tour. Officially now, it has been corrected to 11.16 for McCoy. And which of the Jamaicans came home in second there? Crystal slowly. Simon Darius and Briana Williams there in fourth. 11.40. Disappointing from Williams. An athlete of her caliber. Never want to finish in fourth. And just struggling this summer. Along with that DQ at the Jamaica Championships a few weeks back. There you are, in confirmation of that women's 100-meter final. McCoy, slowly, Darius, Williams, Linda, and Mabisha there. Well, this is an athlete who has transferred her allegiance to Liberia. That's all gone through now. So I think we're going to see her at the World Championship. She's running exceptionally well. You've got to give it to her consistently, just bounces back time after time after time at the highest level. Not many race as much as her, that's for sure. And has the world championship mark of 11.07 as well. And then we'll close out the action with the 1500s. So the next women's heat in this 100 meters, they will get a chance to have another run out later on this evening. It'll come right before those 800. So Briana Williams goes into Simone Darius. Very, very strong athlete, former Alabama student. Competing for Liberia now. Now Maya McCoy, so making that and switch. McCoy, 7 Diamond Leagues this year. Highest position came in Rabat, second there. Linda on the outside of her, the Austrian. Gabriela Marias will go right in the outside lane. So Linda third at World University Games 2 years ago. Here's Marias. Then Introducing another South African, second at their championships back in April now. That will feel like a lifetime ago. Maria says she just looks to hold that form and begin what is basically a track season part 2 for her. So, Briana Williams, Simone Darius, Maya McCoy, who has been featuring in virtually every Diamond League we've seen. Monaco, Oslo, Stockholm, her highest position, second in Rabat. She is no doubt the favourite for this one, 11.02. That PB coming in Rabat. So she's well raced, and she's just got to qualify here. Set. Well, over there, a good start there from Darius, wasn't it, in 2 and right on the inside, Briana Williams. But now, here comes McCoy. I spoke about well raced. She's got the experience this season, and she shows it. Nice win from her, 11.11, and that is exciting. Looking smooth, easing down. And now when we look ahead to that final to come, I mean, Elaine Thompson, 11.03 meet record could be under threat from 2021. When we know she was in her very, very best form. But look at this from McCoy. Equal through the first 20 and then just continue to edge away from the rest of the field. Linda, perhaps, unfortunately, just coming in 5th place there. I think it was Gabriella Rice right on the outside who just pipped her. There's no doubt about the winner, was there? Briana Williams in second, 11.39. Simone Darius there, 11.49 as well. Linda and Rice in 4th and 5th, and it was, in fact, Linda did hang on for 4th. That angle just...
Welcome back, guys, to the channel. So we are seeing 2 races. Maya McCoy is competing with Briana Williams, and also we have Crystal Slowly from the Jamaica. It is a Jamaica and USA rivalry, and in these 2 races we see that Maya McCoy is destroying the Jamaicans with an incredibly and significant win and also time in these races. In the first race we see 11.71, and we also see an 11.11 in the second race. So let's see what happened in this race, guys. So this is a 100-meter race in Italy that have had the fans talking for some moment. So many expected a close battle, but what unfolded instead was a commanding display of speed from American's rising star Maya McCoy, who crossed the finish line in a blistering 11.11 seconds in the second race, and she left the field chasing her shadow. The race looked competitive on paper. Jamaica Briana Williams lined up with hopes of making a statement, but once the starter's gun fired, McCoy had other plans. She exploded from the blocks. We're also seeing an incredible power, quick establishing of herself as the athlete to beat. And her acceleration was smooth, her turnover was relentless, and by the halfway point, it was clear that she had separated herself from the rest of the field. And we see Williams fighting hard, displaying her trademark determination, but she couldn't simply find the extra gear needed to challenge the American sprinter. She crossed the line in 11.39 seconds, nearly 3/10 of a second behind Maya McCoy. And guys, we know that in the world of elite sprinting, a 0.28 second margin over 100 meters is significant. It is not just a narrow victory, it represents clear superiority on the day. And so behind them, we had the rest of the field struggling to keep up with the pace. Darius finished third with 11.49 seconds. Lindner came in home at 11.69, while Marias completed the top 5 with an 11.78. But guys, this race wasn't about the battle for that, but it belongs to Maya McCoy from the start to the finish. What made McCoy's run, guys, so impressive wasn't just the time on the clock, it was the authority with which she won this race. Her technique remained composed throughout the race. There was no visible strain, no panic, and no desperate lean at the finish. She looked in complete control, almost as if she knew from the opening strides that victory belonged to her. So, for the Jamaican fans, this result may have been disappointing, but it also serves as a reminder of how competitive women's sprinting has become. Jamaica has long been one of the world's dominant sprinting nation, producing legendary athletes and forgettable performances. However, guys, every season brings new challenges, and on this occasion, it was Maya McCoy who stepped on into the spotlight. So, what is it for the United States? This performance is another encouraging sign. The depth of American women's sprinting continues to grow, and with young athletes emerging and pushing establishing stars, McCoy's 11.11 is the kind of performance that builds confidence and sends a message that she has and is ready to compete against some of the biggest names in this sport. Of course, guys, one race does not decide an entire season. Briana Williams remains a talented sprinter capable of responding with stronger performances in future meets. Elite athletes often use setbacks as motivation, and history has shown that champions rarely stay down for long. But on this day, there was only one story, and the starter fired the gun. Maya McCoy took control almost immediately, writing it from the first line to the finish. So it is if these guys if this performance is of any indication of what is to come, the rest of the sprinting world should be paying close attention because Maya McCoy has announced that she has the capability and intends to be a serious contender this season. And in Italy, she proved it in an emphatic fashion. Do let me know what you think about Maya McCoy and this was an incredible performance by Maya McCoy coming in to lead and take the lead in both of the meets. So, guys, see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and let's interact positively on the comment box below.